Obviously, we talked about this a little bit last year that, we believe the bare minimum standard for our program should be going to a bowl. And so, it's a check that we want to hit every year for sure. It's something we anticipate hitting, prior to the end of the year, and we'd like to hit prior to the end of the year. And, it gets that out of the way now. And as we head down the final stretch of 3 games, we can focus on bigger and better things.
Go out there tonight, you bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality.
Wilson is the holder. Curtis Cooper will snap it. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way, and it's good! And the Blue Devils walk it off at Wallace Wade. 24-21, the final score. I don't know how, but somehow they got it done.
And the Blue Devils are bowl eligible.
And I'll tell you what, I love this group. I love everything about who you are. I love everything that you stand for. I love the culture that you represent, okay? That was everything we're about right there on full display. It wasn't pretty. It was never gonna be. There's no chance it was gonna be. We were just gonna have to fight, battle, scratch, find ways, find ways, find ways. Everybody in this locker room pulls together, right? And we can never lose our way, right? That will forever and always be who we are and what we're about. 111 better than any 11 they can put on the field. 111 better than any recruiting rankings. 111 better than every star status, anything you can talk about from the outside world about how to define us. We will forever be 111 better, right? And every time someone needs to step up and make an answer, we do it. Every time someone needs to step up and make a play, we do it. We just keep finding ways, man. I love you guys. Enjoy these days off. You've earned them. You deserve them. And then let's get ourselves ready. I think we got a big one coming up.
Obviously, the grittiness and the stick-to-itiveness to keep playing and battling. I thought there were some critical moments in the first half where we were able to seize momentum of the game, which was really important. I thought after the first fumble, when we were able to go out there defensively and make the stop and then block the field goal, I thought that was critical. And then I thought offensively, the response to going down 14-7 and putting together that long drive, heading into halftime to tie it up, I thought that was really critical. I thought, we didn't play a great third quarter either side of the ball, which got us down going into the fourth. But then I thought we played a really good fourth quarter. Defense caused 2 turnovers. I think the offense was able to respond and put some plays together and put some drives together. And then obviously, helped out a little bit by the penalties on the last one. But we were able to get it down there and make the field goal. I mean, it's the first time I've experienced it as a head coach, and being able to manage the clock the right way and have the kids execute the way they did. I thought all that was critical. I thought Grayson's composure was really good, and not that we asked him to do a ton on that drive, but just to be able to manage the game the way he did, for a first-time starter, that's never easy. And so I thought we were able to get it done the right way and put it right in the middle, and Todd was able to go out there and nail the kick.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything
anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, periwinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
I need to try it first.
Under 12 minutes to go in the fourth. The Blue Devils down by a touchdown, but on the move at the Demon Deacon 29. Loftus from the shotgun, gonna throw. Warming to the challenge. Steps up in the pocket, launches in zone. Touchdown! Jordan Moore! And the Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying it up.
Kind of a play we'd kind of been talking about running, and we caught it. Perfect call by Coach Johns and Coach Elko, and so we got the look we wanted and was able to hang in the pocket. The offensive line protected it great, and Jordan won, and he was open in the end zone, so we hit him for a touchdown.
I think it shows, one, that he's got a tremendous amount of talent, and that's, we're really excited that we recruited him. I think we figured that out really early, that we think he's got a really bright future for us, and certainly is going to play a big role in this program moving forward. I think, too, it speaks to his maturity. And then also, I think the readiness coming out of high school. He was a really productive high school quarterback, won a state championship, was really, really successful down there at Gaffney. And so when you look at that, I think that plays a big role too. And then I just think it speaks to the confidence the guys around him have, that they were able to go out there and fight for him and go out and make the plays we need to do to win the game.
Calhoun and Moore on the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. Loftus to throw. Three-man rush. Tucks to run. Inside the 20. Puts the shoulder down, and he's got a first down just shy of the 15. How about that? At 6'3", 205, not afraid of contact.
I think it just started with being myself and trusting my preparation. I know I had a great team around me, a great group of guys that had my back, a great defense to counter our offense. So, I think it was just trusting my preparation and trusting my guys. It was easy to have confidence going into the game when you got a group of guys who are devoting so much of their time to pump you up, like you just said. I think when you have such a great group of guys that you go through the summer and the winter and the fall with, it makes it really easy to just trust it. Know that all you have to do is trust your guys and let them make plays.
So it's been a wild fall for him. So obviously he comes in and he's got to learn everything, and he's learning the system. And he was here in the spring and kind of got his feet wet a little bit, but he comes into fall camp and we're able to get him some quality reps. And then the season breaks and you can really only rep two quarterbacks. And so we come out with Riley and Henry, and so Grayson actually goes down to scout team and really spends the better part of the first month of the year on scout team, and he's doing a really good job, and he's making throws, and we see the improvement, and he's getting better. And then all of a sudden Henry starts dealing with this upper body injury, and now that kind of forces Grayson to expedite the learning curve and get himself ready to go. And from that point on, it's really required a lot of maturity from all of our quarterbacks, because there's been a lot of weeks where you go into the week and you don't exactly know how it's all going to play out. You don't know who's going to be available come Saturday, and sometimes you've had to have three guys mentally get themselves in position to be ready to play. And for a young freshman to continue to do that, continue to work, continue to get himself ready, not knowing ultimately when his number would be called, and then have to go out there and make a start like he did in an ACC game on prime time and find a way to get us a win is really a credit to him and his maturity.
Being able to kind of get the snaps under my belt and get the feeling of how the game was going definitely helped down the road. Obviously, you become comfortable with experience. So I think it moved a little fast at the start, and as the game went along, it slowed down. Yeah, so I think, being able to move forward and have a game under my belt and kind of know what it feels like, it was really helpful.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter, that electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits. It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Jaquez Moore gets a carry running right, bursts through the whole 30, cuts back left. Jaquez Moore is gone! Touchdown!
Jaquez Moore in the backfield now on 2nd and 10. He's got the football, tries to bounce it to the edge, gets around the corner. Cypress couldn't corral him, down the sidelines, running toward the pylon. Touchdown, Duke!
1st and 10 off the Demon Deacon 32. Jaquez Moore straight ahead, 30-25. Look out! Cuts right, 10-5, touchdown! Jaquez Moore bursting onto the scene. And the Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying it up.
Jaquez Moore is a kid we got a lot of confidence in. I think he's grown tremendously in the last 2 years in terms of everything he does without the ball in his hands. You know, he's always been an elite ball carrier, and when he gets the ball in the hand, he's got an ability to make a cut and stick a foot in the ground that's really special. He's got great breakaway speed. He's got explosiveness in the open field, and that part of it has always been there, and I think he's become a complete back. His ability to go out, catch the ball, his ability to pick things up in pass protection, running between the tackles, and maybe just getting those 4-yard runs that nobody really notices that are critical in terms of keeping the chains where you want them to be. I think all of that has really improved, and he's having a really, really good year.
For me, it was just so proving to myself that I belong. I'm not gonna say that it didn't feel like that I felt like I didn't belong. It was just, it felt like a part of me was missing, and I think just that off season with Feely, I kind of proved to myself that, I do belong here. I can play with the best of the best. And, that was kind of just, for me, it was really just a mindset shift, understanding the game of football at a different level, understanding, how the game works, and also just understanding me and like where I'm at right now in life too, and I think that all played a part in, just me being able to grow and to come into this year, a better person, a better man, and a better player, so.
Here's the snap. The give to Moore running right. Chasing to the edge inside the 5, and he's in! Touchdown! Jaquez Moore with his first of the season, and it's 19-7 with 10:33 to go.
Jaquez Moore just turned on the Jets. It's a foot race, plain and simple, and he outran the Clemson defense to the far pylon.
He's extremely talented, and we've said that since the day we got here. His ability to put a foot in the ground and go, and he's done that really since we've been here, and he's been our most explosive back in terms of hitting the big runs, and so, really happy with what he's doing for us.
He got that, sneaky speed. It's just, he get the ball,
And he's gonna try to like make you move and then hit the edge, and then like you said, like versus Florida State, he just was out of there. So he just got tremendous football IQ, just making jump cuts. He's more of like not more of a power back, but more of a back that can just like make a cut and then he's out of there. So
growing up, I just always loved. I never got to play, a true skill position until like my 6th grade year of middle school when they had me play receiver. But But now it's like when I touch the ball, for me, it's like if this crease is right, like if it cracks the right way, I could go to the house every time. And like, I just think that's, a great feeling to have.
Easy 3. Come on, here we go.
In high school, we kind of didn't have a choice whether or not we were going to be on the weightlifting team because our weightlifting coach was our defensive coordinator. So in high school, like right after the season, or even during the season, because we started early, we were already like into the regime of Olympic lifting, overhead squats, overhead presses, and just over time, I kind of just fell in love with lifting weights. I kind of felt like that was my separator. I'm already not the tallest in the world or the fastest. So in my mind, I was like, I need something that would separate me from the competition, and it was weight training. Just going in before school, after school, and just lifting with my guys, and it was just. I don't know, it was just crazy to, to see where it has gotten me now because, I never thought weight training would be something that I would actually fall in love with, but, it kind of just happened. Before I started weightlifting, I kind of knew nothing about it, but then as I got into it, my coach, Dan Marcy, he kind of explained how, these lifts do help with explosiveness and they do help with, football overall. So and kind of once he told me that, I kind of just, emphasize my technique. I kind of wanted to be the best at just being able to clean, being able to jerk the weight over my head and stuff like that. And I think overall it was just it did boost my game, but I think on the track with Feely during the summer is really what gave me that boost. I'm running with guys who ran 10.6s, 10.7s in high school, and sticking with them on the track, and that was just like I say, a confidence booster for me. And I was kind of just came to realization with myself that I don't think I was ever too slow. I just think it was, I didn't think I could compete with the rest of the guys. But now it's I'm out there just like y'all, so I gotta, raise the bar.
Once, twice, here's the snap. A give to Waters through the hole, 20, 15, cuts left, 10, 5, touchdown! He takes it in standing, and the Blue Devils are on the board first. Jaquez Moore to his right. He's going to get the carry on first down. Into the hole, bounces outside left, 15, 20. Moore, 25 and out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
It's interesting because he can run the same plays, and so we don't have to really tinker the offense around either kid. But I think the speed at which they hit the hole and the way they go about running, and they have such different running styles, I think it keeps people off balance. Jordan has the ability to break away and run away from things, but he's such a big, powerful kid, and that's his strength. And as he's running between the tackles, there's a physicality to how he runs behind his pads. And then, Jaquez gets into similar situations, and his ability to kind of stick a foot in the ground, change direction, and accelerate really is what makes him special. And so I think they have two unique running styles, running sign of a similar set of plays when they're in there. I think that causes some problems for people.
Just this year in general has been, amazing, from the off season to, bonding with the guys. I think as a team, we've grown a lot closer together, not saying before it was a lot of individual effort on the team, but I just think, compared this year to last year, the thing that really has this thing rolling is that everybody is kind of on the same page. We integrated the freshmen in, they kind of just, started just hanging around, acting like us, being like us, and it really feels like a true family atmosphere now. And I think that just attests to, how the season's been going so far. We just knew this season was going to be tough and challenging just because of the schedule. But, just getting everybody on that same mindset, that same page of it doesn't matter who lines up against us. We're going to go out, we're going to dominate, we're going to, do what we train to do. And, I think that's what just, overall led to, our success right now.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
We spend a lot of time in this segment talking about offense and defense. Today we're going to give a little love to the special teams. And boy, the Duke punt team has been special. Porter Wilson, the fourth-year starting punter for the Blue Devils, has been booming kicks down the field. Against Wake Forest, I thought he had one of his best games yet, and a time when they really needed him. Blue Devil offense knew that it might be a challenge to move the ball at times with third-string quarterback and first-time starter Grayson Loftus coming out there, so probably a defensive battle. Porter Wilson played wonders in the field position matchup within the larger scope of this game. This is after the first drive of the game for the Blue Devils stalls. It's a 3-and-out on the Duke 23-yard line. Porter Wilson comes out and lets one absolutely rip. Hang time of about 5 seconds here, which allows these gunners to run down the field in coverage, force the fair catch at the 24-yard line, the Wake Forest 24. So completely flipping the field and helping put the defense in what could have been a tough position, but this is just like a touchback off of a kickoff. Fantastic use of special teams to put your team in position to be in a favorable spot. This is a little bit later, still in the first quarter, but Duke now down 7-0. So really trying to hang on to this game. Offense still not able to generate much of a drive. Bring the punt team out here. This becomes a net punt of 50 yards all the way down well inside Wake Forest territory to the 12-yard line. Net punt is really the metric that the coaching staff looks to when they assess whether or not the punt team is achieving what they need to. 45 yards or more is considered an explosive play, flipping the field. So we see back-to-back 53, 50-yard punts, certainly creating explosive plays, energy plays for the Duke team overall. Porter Wilson just so happens to be second nationally in average net punt yardage. So not just the best in the ACC, we're talking the entire country. Porter Wilson leading the way. Fantastic work. This is a little bit later, not just showing his ability to kick it high and really far. By the way, he's got two 70-yard punts in his career, including one this year against Clemson, but also to be precise. 4th down and 3 in Wake Forest territory. The Blue Devils find themselves down a touchdown in the fourth quarter. You might make the argument you'd want to go for it from this field position, but with a weapon like Porter Wilson able to back a team up significantly, you say, let's bring the punt team out and take a look at this. I mean, absolutely perfectly placed, great coverage, forcing the fair catch right on the 10-yard line, making it difficult for Wake Forest to generate a drive and having to work 90 yards down the field if they want to get a touchdown. Porter Wilson has been an absolute weapon for this Duke team. not just him, but the entire protection unit and making sure he's got the punt off safely, and then obviously the coverage and those gunners working down the field. Everybody working together, but Porter Wilson has been incredibly special in helping the Blue Devils win football games.
Porter Wilson's been a huge weapon for us all year, and when you talk about playing the game that we play, which really involves field position a lot, and certainly as we've gotten into this part of the seasons where we don't have a quarterback healthy, and we've been trying to play through all of that. Field position plays a huge role in our ability to win and control football games. And so there's been times where we've needed Porter to go out there and really flip the field, and he's been able to do that, and he's hit some bombs for us. And I think the thing he's developed at the most in his 2 years here with us is the hang time. I think when you saw him early on the year before we got here, he certainly had a big leg, but maybe the hang didn't always match the distance, and he gave up an awful lot of return yards. I think the last 2 years he's really focused on hitting punts that are harder to return, even if it means a yard or two less than maybe what he's capable of. And then I think we've done a really, really good job of covering. I think one of the unsung things about our team, if you watch Jalen Stinson cover a punt, he's been unblockable all year. I think people try to double him every week, and no one can block him. And so his ability to get down the field and put pressure on a returner, when you're hitting 53-yard fair catches in college football, that's pretty impressive.
Second and 24 off the 26. Leonard from the shotgun looks to the right, has some time, now tucks to run across the 25 to 30, angles left, 35, back to the right. Leonard's loose across midfield. Riley Leonard pulling away. He'll go all the way for the touchdown. 74 yards, and the Blue Devils have the lead.
Riley Leonard, that's what dreams are made of. Maybe just rip it down the field.
Growing up a sports fan, you're very familiar with the Duke-Carolina rivalry, and then when you get on this campus, it takes you about 7 seconds to realize how big this is, and obviously seeing it first through the eyes and lens of basketball season, the year I was hired, and that being Coach K's last year, and how important those games were and how tense those games were, and then obviously as it turned into my first encounter with this game last year, going all the way down to the final seconds and all the intensity and emotion in that thing. And so, you pick up on it really quick. You start to pick up on your side and how much your side feels and what it feels about the other side. And, while there certainly is a level of respect, we understand how important this game is and how important it is for us to win it.